Why is Lidia Thorpe such a race baiter? Why does this independent senator mock our parliament, demand Aboriginal sovereignty, celebrate an arson attack on our old Parliament House and tell Aborigines they are at war with whites?
This is a war! They are still killing us! They are still stealing our babies! They are killing our men! And they are still raping our women!
Who is this angry race baiter who racially abused white men at a strip club in Melbourne last week after telling them they'd stolen her land?
You know what I say? You know what I say to you? Shut up. You know what I say to you? And you?
You're a racist
penis.
dog.
Oh, penis. All I want to say to the black brothers there, and anyone that we're fighting, any black man that stands with a white little like that, you can all get too.
Thorpe today said she was just defending herself from racists there and accused Prime Minister Anthony Albanese of being a racist too for saying she needed help for health issues. But even Thorpe herself seems at times puzzled by people's reaction to her.
What kind of person do you think I am?
Let's answer that. One of the people who knows best what kind of person Thorpe is and why she behaves as she does as her father, Roy Illingworth, who joins me now. Roy Illingworth, thank you so much for joining me. Your daughter asked in the Senate the other day, what kind of person do you think I am? Well, can you answer that for us?
Yeah, that's a hard one. Well, the way I see it, the way she is and the way she's changed over the years is that I think she's a very racist person against white people, and she doesn't acknowledge any of her white side. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed in her, the way she's been carrying on lately, because after all she has got English background as well as Irish, the convict side of the English. So yeah, the way she's carrying on, I don't know, she's been probably used by someone or some people, but normally she never used to be like that. Maybe it's the power going to her head too, not sure. But she's still my daughter, I still love her.
Yeah, well, you mentioned the racism business, and at that strip club last Sunday morning, for instance, she said she called someone a white C word, a little dog, and said, we, meaning apparently Aborigines and her, have been oppressed all our effing life in this country as well. Now, you're white, you're her father. When she says she was oppressed all her life, is that how you remember it?
Yeah, no, there's no way she was. She was spoilt. In my era, with all the elders and everything, back then, she was the first kind of born among, all the cousins and everything, so she was really spoilt. She never went without anything growing up. I was in rented houses, wasn't in commission houses. We rented houses, so she was just spoilt. She got everything she wanted, and she knows that too. So, and most of the city people there, they've grown up pretty comfortably. They've been all right. Yeah, so no, she's not right there. So, and now she's even more privileged now. So the position she's in.
When is it, Roy, that your daughter first became politicised as, sort of like a political Aborigine, as it were, and, not someone of white and English and Irish and Aboriginal ancestry, but just Aboriginal? When was that?
Would have been when she was probably 16, 17. The first kind of, once you stopped the pipeline from going through now an hour, they were going to go across the creek or the river there, and she stopped that so they had to divert around it. That was basically the start of it all. And then from then on, she was just, you know, with the greenies and stuff like that. And it's probably, I know since she's been running for a politician, that she's more kind of turned racist. She's never ever mentioned anything about me in all her speeches or anything like that. Never mentioned anything about a white father, which, you know, sometimes disappoints me a bit, because I know when she was younger and little, she was never like that. But,
well,
yeah,
she did post on social media once that you were racist, so I guess it's you know, going both ways at the moment. Now, it's no secret that you are estranged from your daughter. Can I ask why that is? Don't answer if it's too personal.
Well, probably because I moved away too from her, and I don't know, towards the end I didn't trust her. She said a lot of bad and evil things to me over the years, and I just kind of, you know, just fell out away from her. She never acknowledged her brother, her only brother, because he's white, her other sister. Yeah, it's just, she was very cruel to me a few times. So I just didn't have really much to do with her. But she still contacts me for Father's Day and birthday, and she rang me not long ago. So yeah, we still love each other, and at the end of the day, she's always going to be my daughter. So what can you do?
The Prime Minister said this week that your daughter has obvious health issues and should seek help. But is that true? Would that be the reason for her behaviour?
No, she's just a strong woman. She'll just have a go, and if she sees something that she's right in, she'll just go through with all that. But that's the way she is. That's the way she's always been, Lydia. She's got no health problems. She just sees it as it is. Yeah.
And when you now see her in public, Roy, you see her lying in front of a float. Is Sydney's gay and lesbian Mardi Gras, confronting police there, also abusing police in Melbourne, telling them they're the real criminals, telling Aborigines on Australia Day this year that they're at war with whites and whites are raping their women. What is your reaction to all that?
Yeah, I know, it's bad. And I've got friends that ring me, they feel bad for me. The funny thing with the Mardi Gras one, she only rang me the day before, and to rang me up to say that I was in a dream or something like that. And we're talking for a little while, and then, you know, the next day she's laying in front of a float. So you never know what she's going to get up to. But yeah, it doesn't sound good. And I know the elders, when I grew up back then, you know, we were younger, they wouldn't be liking all this neither.
But it's interesting, you know, maybe I'm being, you know, an amateur Freud or something, I don't know. But the fact that she doesn't acknowledge her white heritage and is so angry at authority, is this got anything, is that, do you think there's sort of like daddy issues at play here? Is this aimed at you in any way?
No, no, it's nothing to do with that. It'd be just someone that's in her ear, and you know, she's gone that way as an activist, and that's just the way. Yeah, it's the way she's gone. There's nothing to do with me. Like I know she tells me she loves me and stuff like that. So you can't tell someone you love them and then, you know, bag them or you know, come out with racist stuff like that. So, yeah.
And Roy, just lastly, Lidia Thorpe says she's against the voice, but only because it's in the wrong sequence, right? She wants sovereignty, Aboriginal sovereignty and a treaty, different nations, divided by race, and then perhaps a voice, like, you know, almost like a parliament, I guess, of a new, I don't know. But that's what she wants. How do you feel about that project where she would be saying, as your daughter, that she has more political rights and sovereignty and everything like that than you do?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can't understand that. With, you know, I don't really get it right into that part of it, but yeah, I know what you're saying. But yeah, I don't know. That's just coming from other people from it. You know, that's guiding her through all this, I reckon. Yeah, yeah. Like she's that bad that she's bringing her own kids up to hate the country they live in. You know, the only time I see I got great granddaughters, and the only time I seen her was she had a protest there, and I was standing each side of her. That's the first time I've seen them.
That was a protest in Melbourne this year.
Yeah, yeah. She had her daughter, and which was my granddaughter, and then each side of her she had my grandkids. Yeah, I've never really seen them.
Well, that's sad. Families are tricky, and no doubt there's you know, two sides to a story. But Roy Illingworth, it's not nice for a father to be you know, estranged from their daughter, and for their daughter to carry on like a pork chop as well. I guess makes it even harder. Thank you so much indeed for coming on the show. Really appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you.